class we will be seeing the OLQs under factor 4. Before we start the agenda for today, who can summarize or at least give one odd point regarding the previous class, whatever we covered? Raise your hands, I'll call you one after the other. Okay? Yeah. Okay, Hari, go ahead. Put your hand down and start.
Jai Hind, sir. Good evening, everyone. In the last class, we have seen the two leadership qualities in factor 2, that is social adaptability. The first one is cooperation. For a team to succeed in any activity, cooperation is necessary. And as a leader, you should cooperate to your team and you should make sure that your team is cooperating with you. And the next one is sense of responsibility. Whether it be a blame or it be a good thing or an appreciation, you should take the responsibility of your actions.
Okay,
And the
good.
next one is
Okay, fine. Pavis.
Jai Hind, sir. Next, factor 3. Factor 3 is social effectiveness, comes under OLQ. Social effectiveness is nothing but knowing all about our buddies, co-cadets, everyone. If they have any problem, we need to solve that and comfort them. In that topic, there are many subtopics like initiative. Initiative in the sense we need to prove our leadership wherever we are in the situation, in any problems, we need to take initiative.
Okay, good.
And,
Pridarshan.
Jain sir, and following that, we saw about self-confidence, which we have to be aware of ourselves, and we have to be faith in our own ability. And following that, we saw about speed of decision, and the main point you shared is decision should be happened immediately, and importantly, it should be a appropriate one or a positive one. And we saw about ability to influence a group, sir.
Fine. Just cover one OLQ. Others are waiting, so let's give a chance to everyone. Okay. Yeah. Sri Kavya.
Jain, everyone.
Hand down.
Last,
You keep forgetting.
last one. Last class we seen about ability to influence the group. For that, the first thing is clear communication. For clear communication, we should analyze the problem first and use the resource as per the needs.
Okay, good.
And next.
Okay. Just stop with one. We'll give a chance to everyone quickly. Okay.
Yes.
Yeah, Santosh.
Jain sir. Sir, we discussed about the speed of decision which we must take on every situation. For speed of decision, we must take the decision fast, and we must be quick about the decision we are taking. Like initiative, we must the decision we are
fine.
taking.
Good,
we
good.
must
just one quality. That's sufficient. Okay, you should have put your hand down. You're forgetting the ground rules. Sri Harini.
Jain, everyone. We have saw the
Put your
just
hand down.
acting.
Yeah.
Yes, sir. We have seen acting first in a new situation. While we are in a new situation, we have to act first. Either it is good or bad. We need the courage to step up the first as a leader.
Okay, good. Sam.
Jain sir, Jain everyone. Yesterday, following that, we also saw about liveliness. Being an officer, we should always be cheerful and energetic. And for an example, we have also seen about the battle physical efficiency test, which shows how an officer keeps the group motivated.
Okay, Raghavendra.
Sir, day before yesterday we saw cooperation. Cooperation is we have to work with the team and how to improve that. We have to play with the sports, team sports. It's gain our cooperation.
Okay.
Like some days we face the lose
good.
and win.
Yeah, it's good. Ria.
Jain, everyone. On Monday's class, we saw about social effectiveness. So in that, we saw 5 topics. Initiative means leader example, and second was we saw self-confidence. Everyone must have self-confidence first. And third thing we saw about speed of decision. We want to take a speed decisions in a clear and effective way. Fourth, we saw about ability to
Okay. Okay, good. Rohit, sorry, Karthikeyan.
Sir, Jain sir, good evening to everyone. Uh, in last class, we seen about acting in right direction, which means we take a decision in right direction. Either it's positive. Thank you, sir.
Okay. Archana Sriramadurai, J. Dinesh, Sigma Satyaprakash. If you don't switch on the video, I'm going to remove you from the meeting. I don't have to keep telling you people quite often. Few more people are still keeping it off. I'm going to remove them. Okay. Right. So now we have seen the factor 3 qualities. And how many of you have watched the video which I had shared? Because it was only for those who attended last class. I have been sharing recordings which have been uploaded to YouTube, and I had shared the link last time. So how many of you have seen it fully? Raise your hands. Okay, so many have seen it. Okay, put your hands down. Anyone who wants to summarize in few words what you have seen in that video? What all have you seen? Anyone? Quickly, you can summarize it. No one? That means you have forgotten after watching the video. Is that? So many people raised their hand. Surprising. No one is ready. Karthikeyan, yeah. Only one person is ready. Now others
Sir,
are
first of
followers.
all,
One is a leader,
first of
others
all,
are followers. Yeah.
So first of all, what is mean by SSB, and then definition, and then parents how they prepared, and then aspirations, and then few students asked the questions and you cleared. That's it, sir.
Okay. Santosh, you should put your hand down before you start speaking.
So Jain sir. Sir, you talked about the SSB stages in SSB, like screening test, stage 1 screening test, and other multiple tests you talked about, sir. And you also talked about the stages in our personality, sir, like childhood and student life personalities, and other experiences in your life. So you also mentioned about reading books is very effective than watching videos, sir. You had myopia in your childhood, sir, and you read about Bates method in some books, sir, and you used that method and to achieve zero power in your eyes, sir. Like that, you told about many things you experienced in your life, sir. That is all I can remember right now, sir.
Okay, good. You are remembering a lot of points fairly well. It's good.
Yes, sir. Thank you, sir.
And maybe today, if you guys want, I'll share the next recording in that series. Okay. Okay, now let's go to the factor 4. Factor 4 is dynamism. In some books, you will find it being referred to as dynamic. Okay, dynamism is the right word. Okay, so dynamism is basically the kind of energy which drives the person, and the same energy motivates others also. So a person who is dynamic, a person who is always thinking ahead, always physically fit, always ready to take challenges. So this is the quality of a dynamic person. Then comes determination, the first OLQ under the dynamism. So determination is something which, unless it is there, a person cannot be dynamic. Why is it so? Because there is a target in front of you and you are determined to achieve it. When you are determined to achieve it, you do all that takes for achieving that target. Plus, when you have the determination, it is like what Dr. Abdul Kalam said. Dreams are not those who which come in your sleep, but dreams are those which you never, you are able to sleep. They don't let you sleep. So that is about the dreams. So when that happens, a person automatically becomes dynamic. And in determination, application to work is an important point because you should know what you're supposed to do, where your daily chores, your targets, your preparation, your interaction with people, and all this forms part of your work which you have to focus on. And unless you get to the real work, if you keep planning, if you keep thinking, if you don't do anything, it doesn't work. So whatever work you're supposed to do, you have to apply your mind to it, you have to start doing it. And it is into two portions. One is a mental and another is physical. It doesn't need explanation because mentally you have to be thinking, planning and working as well. Same way, your physical action also has to match with that mental action. It cannot happen you keep thinking mentally but you don't do anything physically, or you keep doing things physically but you don't think. So that is something which you need to take care of. Next is drive. Drive. What is drive? Drive is the force which keeps telling you that you have to go, you have to move, you have to start doing this, you have to achieve this, you have to achieve certain goals, short-term goals, middle and far-term goals. So that is the drive. Drive comes with energy and thought. The drive could be there in your mind, but unless you have the energy to do something, you will not be able to do it. And the planning also has to happen. So the drive is something which will move you, which is the opposite of the inertia. What is inertia? Inertia is something where your mind or body tells you, okay, let me not do it today, let me skip it today, let me bunk it today, let me do it tomorrow, procrastination and all that. So exactly opposite is drive, which is essential, which will give you the determination to do what it takes to achieve your goals. So it is pushing oneself forward. Drive is pushing oneself forward. That means even when you have that lethargy, even when you have that feeling that you should not do something, you should rest and all, you have to push yourself forward. It is a difficult thing, but you have to practice it. The most common issue that you guys face is getting up early in the morning. You always feel that you need to sleep a little more. You feel so comfortable in the early morning times where you think you should switch off the alarm and then sleep for some more time. How do you push yourself to overcome that? Get up early in the morning, go for a run or something and achieve your goal. So for that, you have got certain methods that you can follow. One is the previous day decides how you're going to perform the next day. Tonight, if you decide that you should wake up early in the morning, you have to do certain things tonight. That is, one is to sleep early. And maybe some people like to go for a walk or a run and then come take bath and sleep. Then you get good sleep and you wake up in the morning. You put an alarm, you ask your friend to wake you up. You have to devise ways where you have to overcome this and push yourself forward so that all these impediments, all these blocks, mental block as well as physical blocks, are overcome. So, drive comes when you push yourself forward. Next is courage. Is there anything that I need to tell you about courage? You all know. Courage is one of the basic characteristics of a soldier, a leader, because situations may present themselves at any time. Good situation, bad situation, or even something much worse than that. Anything can happen. But you have to face the situation courageously. So, the situation may have some danger in it. You may be able to appreciate that there is some danger in that, but your ability to face it makes the distinction between you and a person who doesn't have the required leadership traits. So I go back to the example of swimming. As I told you, we have a 10-meter jump in the academy. So people go there, climb up the stairs, the ladder, and go up to the diving platform. And from there, they have a lot of hesitation. They're not able to jump. Why does it happen? Because they are appreciating the danger. What will happen if I jump from there? I've never done it. Some people have got the problem with the heights. After I go to the height, when I look down, I feel dizzy. What do I do? So, a leader appreciates the danger which is there in front, but he or she meets the danger. He or she takes the first step towards solving that. So what has happened? After you go onto the diving board, you just have to take the first step and you are automatically into the water within few milliseconds. So anybody who doesn't have that courage to meet the danger, go into the danger and face it, will never be a leader, can never win. So as a military leader, you need to have that courage or guts to meet the appreciated danger. Let me tell you something very interesting. We all appreciate some kind of a danger sometime in life. The most simple thing I tell you, this happens in schools. I've also faced it. Like schools have got once in a year event called inspection. So inspection is basically carried out by the education department officials who visit the school, go to all classes, they see all the facilities, they ask some random questions to some students to see what is their level of learning and what is the level of teaching that is happening there. So the inspection is it's something like a terrorist attack. The teachers are scared, the principal is scared, the students are much more scared. They keep hyping us, saying that inspection is going to come. They will come and ask you any question you have to answer. If they come to the mathematics class, you should be prepared to answer anything about mathematics. If they come into a geography class, when it is on, they'll ask something about geography, you should know everything. So before 1 month itself, this hype starts. So there is a picture which is painted that something really dangerous is going to happen, the inspection is going to happen. So every day towards that inspection is a tense day. You're worried. What will happen when the inspection happens? The officer comes and he'll ask some question. If I don't say, what will happen? If I don't say, what will happen? After that, you can't even think what will happen. But yes, that fear is there. So what happens is, the D-Day, that is the day of the inspection, comes. And the inspecting officer walks into classes. They don't have the patience to ask question in every class or ask every student. They'll randomly go into some classroom, ask some student, okay, tell me what is meant by geography. Tell us about the earth or something else. Talk to us about some Mughal emperor history. So something randomly they ask, and what happens is 90% of the danger is actually imaginary. It's part of life. anything that you are scared of today, what will happen if that happens or that doesn't happen? Later you will realize, if you look back in your own life, when you look back all these years you have traveled through, maybe around 18-20 years, there were so many occasions where you were shit scared. You were really scared as to something, dangerous is going to happen. But you would have seen ultimately that never happened. So 90% of life's problems which you perceive that they're going to come to you never come. It's only 10% which is coming your way. So a leader has to be ready to face that 10%. And forget the 90%, thinking that 90% of the problems generally don't come, so you don't have to get tense. Of course, when a problem comes, you have to solve it. Spirit of adventure. Again, this is a very interesting thing. I've been telling in my lectures when I go to schools and colleges that the armed forces promote adventure. If you're a sportsman, if you are a person who likes adventurous activities like para jumping, paragliding, and river rafting or any other, we encourage. Why? Because spirit of adventure in an officer or in a soldier increases their levels of courage. When you get used to the spirit of adventure, you get the ability to face dangers. A person who goes for whitewater rafting is getting into a rapid, a river that is flowing very fast. It has got a lot of rapids, it's got swells, lot of height difference. The raft which you are using may just turn topsy-turvy, it may collapse, you may be thrown out of that, and there is no guarantee what is going to happen. So that is a kind of thrill. You feel like having that adventure. So the spirit of adventure helps you gain more and more courage to face situations. As students, I would advise each one of you should go for an adventure sport on your own. If you can't afford adventure sport or anything, at least swimming. Swimming is one of the easiest thing that you can learn, and it has got a lot of spirit of adventure. Try it out. As I told you, risking a hazard. If you're going for a para jump, you are taken up in an aircraft for about 3,000 feet, and from there you have to jump. You don't know what's going to happen. The parachute may open or may not open. The wind may push you somewhere else where you don't have any proper place to land. That is also possible. While landing, you may find a tree, you may land on a treetop and get yourself hurt. Possible. While you land on the ground, the landing may be so hard that you may break your bones. Everything is possible. But the spirit of adventure, the adventurist which is there in you, says, okay, for the sake of that adventure, let me risk all these hazards. And finally you find that it is all unwanted fear. Most times you don't have any such thing happening. You safely land and you feel great about doing it. So a leader always risks hazards. And this also forms part of courage. Composure in adverse situation. Very, very important. What happens is, adverse situations are a rule of the game. As a soldier, as a leader, when you lead men into operations, adverse situations will come. They may not come in ones or twos, they may come in tens and twenties at the same time. What will you do? Adverse situation could be this, that you don't have enough resources, you don't have enough manpower, time is very less, the weather is not favorable to you, the enemy is better equipped, you're running out of ammunition, anything can happen. What will happen if a military leader loses composure in adverse situation? The moment a bomb falls nearby, oh, ayyo amma, bomb. Can a leader behave like this? No. The leader, even if the bomb falls on his own head, he has to be calm and composed, if he's alive, of course. Calm and composed, so that he or she is able to think properly, arrive at solutions, find new solutions, use the resources effectively. For achieving all this, the leader has to be composed, very calm. Even as I told you, this is the best example I can tell you. Even if the bomb falls on the head of that leader, the leader should be cool and composed so that he or she can properly apply the mind and solve situations. Anybody who loses composure in adverse situation cannot be a military leader. This you people have to practice. Practice a lot. Why am I saying this? Your generation, those who are in the teenagers, you people are very impatient. You are used to everything quick. Quick delivery, quick rapido, quick results, everything you need quickly. But it so happens that everything doesn't happen quickly. You can order Swiggy and get food quickly. But what has to take time will take time. You can't do anything about it. But in such a situation, you people tend to get tense. You lose composure. I'll give a similar example where you ordered for Swiggy and it is showing that it is the Swiggy delivery will come at 10 minutes, time plan. If it does not arrive at 10 minutes, you start getting tense. You start getting nervous. You lose your composure. You start calling up the delivery guy. You start shouting at him. So this is a habit you people have now. You have to come out of it. You have to be patient. You have to see how the situation unfolds in front of you. You cannot keep reacting to every situation that comes in front of you. It's not possible. I'll give an example. Say you are driving a car, or you are sitting next to your father who is driving a car. Often you have a feeling that your father is driving the car very slow, being too careful, and not very energetic. And you feel because you are young, you are dashing, and you got so much of energy, the car is to be driven in such a way that everybody on the road gets scared. That is the way you think. But you should know that in a road, especially the Indian road, even if you drive properly as per rules, the other drivers on the road may not follow the rules and they may create an accident situation. So your father is anticipating that he is ready for such a situation. That is why he is not exceeding speed limit, because when you cross a particular speed threshold, your mind will not work in case of an accident or an emergency. You will not have enough reaction time to save yourself from an adverse situation. He knows that. He has got that experience. He has seen life. So what he does is, he drives in a way when it is not so urgent or emergency. Yes, if it is an emergency, even a grandfather can become a race car driver. That's possible. However, when it is not required, we don't have to show that everything to everyone that I can drive fast and all.